Helldivers 2 is out. This is a third-person co-op PvE shooter set in the far-flung future where you enlist as a Helldiver, a soldier protecting managed democracy, freedom, and liberty. Missions include completing various objectives aimed at helping the war effort and culminating in an extraction back to your ship, where you have to fight off hordes of enemies while waiting for the rescue vehicle to arrive. And this game is addictive, and it has a lot of good, some bad, but ultimately, Helldivers 2 just makes me happy. Dr. Pooplove here, and let's get right into it. So starting with the good, the gameplay of this game is amazing and engaging. There's nothing more satisfying than mowing down hordes of enemies. There is great gun variety, as well as with every gun feeling different to use. And all of this is accentuated if you're using the PS5 DualSense controller, because the haptics and adaptive triggers make your action punchy and crunchy and impactful. Stratagems, of course, play a big role in this game, and they're very fun to use. I love trying to figure out tactical ways to use them for the most impact. The gameplay loop itself is addictive. Completing mission objectives as well as side tasks is just pure fun. You often have to punch in codes or toggle your terminal somehow to complete a lot of these tasks, and they take enough time to complete that you actually need to be safe from enemies. And that causes this sort of switching back and forth between these intense gun battles and almost little mini games. And I love it. It kind of activates different parts of my brain within the same mission and really just keeps things fun. Missions end with these extractions that are very fun as you try to survive for a time against these hordes of enemies waiting for your ship to arrive. And mission rewards grant you materials to upgrade your character. And it's fun to try to slowly build up your arsenal and save up for stratagems and guns and even cosmetic items. I'm obsessed. Of course, there is some bad that I have noticed. It can be pretty hard to play solo, which sometimes I do want to do, as some objectives even seem to require at least one other player in order to complete. The game should at least warn you or not let you partake in those types of missions if you don't have someone with you. Additionally, matchmaking with randoms can be kind of hit or miss. I was doing this one mission with a squad where we were about to take out a Bile Titan and they all just ditched me, and I was not able to take all that on myself. Now, while I'm not on PC, I have heard that that experience can be a little bit bad at the moment in terms of performance. But the thing is, a lot of these negatives I'm not too concerned with because this is a live service game. These things will be patched and made better and better over time. One thing that probably won't go away, won't get patched out, that I know others are not happy with, is that you actually have to pay to get some of the guns, and some are calling it pay to win. Like the premium War Bond does have special weapons that you can unlock. Now, to me, as long as these guns exist in a similar class to other guns and aren't more powerful than other guns, I'm okay with that. It's still kind of a bummer, but ultimately I'm okay with that. This game isn't PvP either, so you don't really get an unfair advantage against others, but it is a slight bummer to have this, because a good rule is usually that cosmetics only should be behind paywalls. Ultimately though, even amongst some of the negatives, this game just makes me happy. It's so much fun, and I've been waiting for a good third-person tactical game to come out. I love that there are tactics and strategies that can go into everything you do. And I like that even death is often more funny rather than maddening like other shooters. And the overall tone is just funny and charming and not taking itself too seriously. I love it. And even if you fail your mission, you still end up getting some of the rewards, so you don't feel like it's a total loss. I'm excited to unlock more things and continue to build up my character. And I really can't stop thinking about this game. I was honestly initially unsure how I would enjoy this game, because yes, it does seem right up my alley, but also the marketing lead up felt a little light, and I was worried that maybe the game was in trouble behind the scenes. We know that publisher Sony has recently had this big live service push that they ended up kind of reversing course on, particularly the saddening cancellation of Factions, so I wasn't sure how much this game would garner support. It is weird that Sony gave up on the strategy even before releasing their first game, because clearly we can see that after the release of Helldivers 2, there is a sizable fan base in the PlayStation ecosystem for this type of thing, and having it on PC as well just makes it all the more popular. All in all, I'm having a blast and loving every second of this game. I can't wait to hop back into the war zone and fight for freedom and liberty. Be on the lookout, Pooper Troopers, because I will be making some tips videos for this game and providing more coverage for this, which you should check out. And I also want to say a special thank you to my YouTube members who are keeping this poop dream alive. But otherwise, so long, Pooper Troopers.